Hello viewers and welcome to Jackson Pass Speedway. I'm your host, Philip the Tank. Today we start the Battle of the Centuries. Cars from the 20th and 21st centuries will race to find out which century's cars will reign as the best. What do you think? Classic muscle? JDM? Modern hypercar? They will all be tested on our new look Jackson Pass Speedway. Longer track, more seating, and a pond! Since the announcement of this tournament, tickets have been a hot commodity. Folks from all over have come to see our first race on the new track. Joining me down on the ground is our track reporter, Tyra Marks.
Thanks, Phil. I'll be here down on the track with any breaking news or updates.
No matter what reason you've come to Jackson Pass, whether it be for the recreation areas, or the street races, or the delicious foods at our concession stands, or our famed food truck, you will not be disappointed here at Jackson Pass Speedway. Tyra, while you're down there, will you grab me one of those sushi burritos? They look good. We would like to remind all of our viewers to watch the DSPN or Diecast Racing Highlights. Look for Chaos Canyon on YouTube. And follow us on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss any of the action. Fearless Ferguson getting ready for his race today. Kit KM and his crew getting his car ready. Officials inspecting Dr. Spanners Watson's new car. Mike Mays in a heated conversation with his crew chief sitting on the hood of his car, and the Jackson Pass team prepping Gnocchi Jack's car. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's start the Battle of the Centuries. Up first, Simon Harvey, racing for 637 Racing, driving the Aston Martin Vulcan, squares off against Fearless Ferguson of Toon Tracks Racing in the Bugatti Chiron in a 21st century matchup. Ferguson on the inside, Harvey in the outside lane. Heading into turn 1, Ferguson takes the lead, but it's very close going into turn 2. Ferguson hits the sidewall and gets sideways going into turn 3, and Harvey has to slam on the brakes to avoid wrecking. That seemed to cause Harvey a problem, and he stalls out in turn 4. Fearless Ferguson takes Heat 1 in his best of 3 race. This is a good time to mention Formoso Garage for all your auto body and collision needs. Taking a look at the replay, Harvey does a good job avoiding a collision, but saving his car cost him Heat 1. Some previous racers on hand to watch: Paul Blart and Ian Parks at the finish line. As drivers switch lanes, let's see if Harvey can avoid elimination here. Ferguson with the lead going into turn 1, but he takes it too high and Harvey passes on the inside. tight race through turns 2 and 3. Oh, something has happened to Fearless Ferguson on the front straight. He's on his roof. Frank, can we cut the music until we find out what's going on down there? Thank you. Let's go to Tyra Marks, our track reporter.
Thank you, Phil. I just spoke with medical staff and track officials, and it looks like Fearless Ferguson is A-OK and will be able to finish the race. While this may have looked bad, only minor damage to the car and no injuries to the driver. Philip, back to you in the booth.
Thank you. That was Tyra Marks, our Jackson Pass Speedway reporter. Toon Track's racing crew working on the car. Okay, let's look at the replay. We see Fearless get sideways and catch both tires and rather spectacularly flips his Bugatti. With the height of that flip, I'm surprised there wasn't more damage or an injury. That leads to a Harvey victory in Heat 2. Let's see if we can get both racers to finish Heat 3. Ferguson again takes the lead out of turn 1, but Harvey is right on his tail into turn 2. My goodness! Ferguson takes a page from Kit KM's book and brake checks Harvey in turn 3, and then speeds off to win the race. Gnocchi Jack fans will remember he was knocked out of his round of the Chevy Showdown at Chaos Canyon by a similar maneuver. In this replay, we see Ferguson speeding down to the finish. Let's see if we have another angle. Yes, there it is. Ferguson taps the brake, causing Harvey to slam on his, and Ferguson speeds off to victory. Well, there it is, folks. Race 1 is in the books. Fearless Ferguson advances to round 2. Be sure to return for our next race in round 1, where J.D. Else will take on Joe Marquez. Be sure to check out Diecast Sports Programming Network for highlights and news from around the world of diecast racing. And be sure to watch our own Gnocchi Jack compete in the Final Four of the Mustang Mania tournament on the RTR Diecast Racing League on YouTube. I'm Philip the Tank, and this has been a Jackson Pass Racing production.